To help you understand how the decision trail works, let's walk through a test case together. Say you're working on a project and you want to use an image that you found online. The project could be anything, like an article, presentation, or video. Our decision trail will guide you through a series of questions that will help you decide whether you can use the image without violating copyright law. The first question asks if you're using a legal copy of the work. If you found a pirated copy of the image on an unauthorized website, you can't go any further. But as long as you found the image on a reputable site, you can answer yes and move on to the next question. Sometimes it can be difficult to determine whether or not a site is reputable. If you have questions about this, please feel free to contact the Copyright Licensing Office. The second question asks if the work is protected by copyright. Under current law, images like photographs and drawings are automatically protected by copyright from the moment they are created. But the image in the test case might be in the public domain if, for example, it's really old or if it was created by the US government. In that case, you can answer no and skip to the end of the decision trail, meaning you can use the image however you want. Otherwise, you should answer yes and proceed to the next question. The third question asks if you have permission from the copyright owner to use the work. You might have permission to use the image if, for example, the copyright owner shared it under a Creative Commons license or on a website with broad terms of use. In that case, you can answer yes and jump to the end of the decision trail, meaning you can use the image in accordance with the copyright owner's terms. Otherwise, you should answer no and move on to the next question. The fourth question asks if there's an exemption in copyright law other than fair use that covers your intended use. You should answer yes if your use is covered by an exemption like the classroom exemption or library exemption. Otherwise, you should answer no and proceed to the last question. The fifth and final question asks if your intended use qualifies as fair use. This question requires you to consider and balance the 4 fair use factors in connection with your intended use. We recommend using a tool like the BYU checklist on fair use to help you make this determination. After considering all the factors, if you decide that fair use applies, you should answer yes. Otherwise, you should answer no, which means that we recommend contacting the copyright owner to seek permission for your use.